Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a special MakeFlix unboxing. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
What's going on?
What's in the box, Todd?
I know we haven't. This is our first MakeFlix unboxing.
You're getting all the boxes lately.
I know, and now you just want inside, so we'll open her up.
I might have another Hat Man show at the end.
You know what we're gonna do? Year. We're gonna make one big hole.
There you go. I don't keep my stuff in the box, so it's not really an unboxing, but I'll have a lot of stuff to show off.
You'll be unbasketing.
Unbasketing, or at this
collection
point,
update.
Yeah, I probably should do them more often.
But with your intake going lower, I mean, I see where they're a little more spread out now. Because I know you're a little more selective now.
For my standards, although it's still a lot by any normal, rational human being. But
yeah, I know. I'm trying to be more normal. All right, we got our invoice.
There we go.
All right, let's see. I don't know. Like I have some other like I was showing Dan before we started. I got some other MakeFlix stuff.
While you grab that, we will have another /miss entry tonight. Nice. So stay tuned for that. And we did like 3 shows yesterday. So YouTube's weird. You have to go now and click videos, and you have to click live, which I don't understand after it's already been recorded. Why is it? It's a weird YouTube thing. But you got to look for it. We've got that Yule Log review. We've got a bunch of /miss stuff. Yeah, we'll have some solo stuff throughout the month too.
We're going to have finally our Patreon Secret Santa, which you'll be able to watch on Patreon. We'll pick the movies we're going to watch. We're going to pick one each for each person. So we'll have a few shows out of this, but it should be fun. You guys can join in, maybe sway us like Dan's never seen. I don't know what, but maybe you'll sway some of his vote.
Yeah, we might be just deciding in the chat. I have Pugs almost for sure.
I got my list too. There's only one I haven't got yet, and it's actually you, Dan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might have to venture outside of horror, but we're gonna have that. We'll have that conversation on the show. So
we will. So that'll be that'll be Sunday. We're locking in the times and stuff. So I'll as soon as we do, we'll post it up, time and info.
And we'll also review them later on patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures.
That is correct. All right. So box is open. Let's see what we got first in here. All right. Well, packaged pretty well. All right. Okay. First little. All right, we got a couple. I'm sure this is the things box, so we'll do that last. Okay. So let's see what we got. I don't even remember. Do you, Dan? Well, first thing we got is they threw in a Kingdom of the Vampire DVD.
Yeah, I got that too. They ship pretty fast, by the way. I got my stuff from them very early.
I know mine shipped a little later because of the Killer Nerd was a pre-order.
Okay.
It like literally shipped yesterday. Where did it ship from? Where did it ship? Now I'm curious where it shipped from because it like got here in a day. Huh, interesting. All right. So here we go. Here's our first one. I know this is the one Dan got. We have Witch Academy.
Yes.
There's our autograph.
Signed by the beautiful Michelle Bauer.
And we have our disc.
A lot of people consider Witch Academy the last of that Scream Queen era, the last true one. I mean, they still appear in movies together today, but yeah, that was kind of like the end of an era.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that a few times, and I don't remember. It's been a long time on this one. I don't really remember much about it. It might have been a drinking night. All right, and there we go. We got the label. Nice painting. All right, so there's our first one. I think this was obviously the biggest title of the bunch. So we go Witch Academy. And this one you did grab, right, Dan?
I did grab it. I didn't get the signed version of Jacko, but this one I was just like, to hell with it. I'll get it. I have their autograph.
Well, yeah. Okay. Next. Well, this is one because I accidentally realized I ordered 2 of one. So I was like, I emailed them like, well, can I switch one out? And they said, sure. So I got the Zombie Army.
Okay.
I don't know much about this one, but I was like, well, I need another title.
Good artwork.
Yeah, I was like, it sounded somewhat interesting for me. It's from a company I don't know, Future Video. So, I've been on my, well, not saying this is a shitty movie, but I've been on my shitty low budget movie kick. So if it falls into that, I may love it. So,
anybody else pick up Zombie Army in the chat?
Any early reviews on it? Let me know what I'm getting into.
Which Academy will definitely satisfy you guys? It was shot, I believe, in like 91, came out in like 93. And it's kind of like the last of that era.
All right, well, here. This is the one I was really excited for. Didn't it? Okay, hold on. This was the one. Killer Nerd.
Troma finally lost their rights, I guess, to this.
Yeah. Oh well. It's still.
Oh, who signed that one? There you go. It's focusing a little bit.
All
Those
right,
autographs with the white are kind of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. I need a little bit of light to see the print who signed it. Toby Randolph, Mark Steven Bosco, and Wayne Allen Harold.
Nice. Yeah.
I
didn't grab it yet. I'll probably get that at some point, though. Definitely going to be an upgrade over the Troma DVDs.
I'm not going to argue with you. But there we go. Killer Nerd Duology from Tempe. I have to admit, when I was out in Arizona, I kind of wanted to buy a copy of The Dead Next Door from the Tempe Zia Records, but I didn't because I already owned it. But I kind of just wanted to do it. Maybe I still can. I'll be in Arizona soon.
There you go. There you go.
Now let's open it up. Check out the disc. Oh, well, there we go. We got to. I think Dan needs to reenact this picture on the one on the.
Getting a fucking axe in my head, or what?
Hey, you know what? We can combine them. Do them both.
There you go.
So yeah, this one I am actually really excited about. You know what? Slasher brought up a good point. Troma has actually been licensed to other distributors here and there, haven't they? They have.
Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if this one looks like it's just Tempe. So there we go.
Yeah, beautiful artwork. It's been a while since I've watched those movies. I kind of remember the nerd.
Get that out of the way. All right, what else do we got? Well, I got another one of this. Okay. Well, we got Shocking Sorts. By the time all's said and done, I'm going to have like 5 copies of this. Have you watched it? Well, it's the J.R. Bookwalter's Shocking Shorts.
I don't have it yet.
No.
Nice.
All right.
Was that like a freebie, you mean, or something?
If you ordered, I can't remember which it was. It may have been an amount because I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My order with MakeFlix wasn't big for Black Friday. I only got 3 things. Very cool. Very, very poster. Cool. You know who else does really good artwork? I mean, say what you will, the movies don't always hit, but Sub Rosa, like their posters are always pretty cool.
Okay.
I've got a few of those even framed, and not even a big fan of all of them, but the artwork's always kick-ass. So
I'll give you as much as I give you shit for the Misty Monday shit, there is something about that era of artwork is very video store reminiscent. I like that style from that little Surrender Cinema era.
Yeah,
it's like very. I think of that like that style is very
for a little while, they would include like a 36 by 24 poster. I mean, I have the Playmate of the Apes one signed by a bunch, but they also did Screaming Dead got one. That's great poster work.
Yeah, that one is.
Poster art. Yeah, they did several Sexy Adventures of Van Helsing. I might have one or two extras of those laying around. I'll look.
Well, here, I'll show one. While technically it is not from this package, I did just get it from Cousin Tony.
Very cool.
Available on MakeFlix.
Yep. You can see our interview with Tony.
Yeah, we got not Dan. We got to meet him in person at XPW. We got to introduce him to Pitt Raymond real quick.
Yes.
So that was cool too. All right.
I will be at XPW in February though. The gang's all together.
This is true. So come and throw something, Dan. I don't know.
I'm in the audience. That's
just hit Dan was. I know. Just hit him with the steel chair.
That's
all.
That's a song.
And then we got Chupa.
Nice. Another one I still have to grab.
Yeah, I think this was the last Tempe like Blu-ray I didn't have, so I figured, well, it's on sale. This is the time.
Yeah.
Let's open it up.
You know what I kind of slept on and I just missed it was Dark Force. Dark Force had some really good sales, but I mean, can only do so many.
Yeah, they have sales once in a while. Like there wasn't really anything I needed, and like because I have the pre-order for the 2 4Ks. I'm really interested about those. So, what is it? Scream and the Dead Pit.
Nice. I need to get Hard Rock Nightmare, Hundra.
Something.
Sorry, I'm popular today. Everybody's ringing my damn.
All right, I'm. This is not from the box today, but I'm going to show it off because, well, I got some new ones today. This is the Axe Grinder box. If you guys haven't seen the boxes, Sterling does. They're a little different than some of the other ones. They're like a cardboard, and it's just printed. I don't know if you can see the card. Can you see that it's cardboard?
Yeah.
And it's just printed on, so it's like a box. Like, well, it is a box, but and I bought this a while back when there's only 2 Axe Grinders. So
I see signed the inside there.
Oh yeah. If you call it that, it's printed, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched these yet. So of course, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy the rest. Axe Grinder 1. Axe Grinder. Has anyone seen these yet?
I do want to get the Things box because if nothing else, I mean the original Things. I mean, a lot of fun.
And then here we go, more. So I got that I did just get. Oh wait, we'll go the right way. Axe Grinder 3.
Nice. Who directed these?
This one is. Do you want me to start at the beginning? Let's start at the beginning. Because that is a good question, and I want to see Dan groan at least once.
You're gonna get at least one groan if it's somebody.
I need a little light. I gotta.
Don't worry.
Oh no, David Pomeroy directed the first one.
All right.
Directing the second one. Let's do it like this. Dan's favorite director, Dustin Ferguson. Dan's like, well, I'm skipping 2.
Is this the toilet box? I mean, come on, what's going on here?
This is Joe Sherlock and Joseph.
Okay.
Vogiel. We got some skin on the back, some BBWs.
Careful.
No, that was a nudity, Dan. Just to show you, it's an orange top.
Okay.
Just so everyone can see that I didn't show some titties. See, you feel better that I made sure that they could see. I see why you freaked out, though.
Yeah, it looked in that lighting, it looked a little bit like titties.
And this one, written and directed by Dennis Devine. I'm not really familiar with his work, but
As long as it's not Dustin Ferguson, I'll give it a shot.
hood approved. All right. And now Axe Grinder 5.
What self-respecting hood would approve Dustin Ferguson, Todd? Come on.
Another Dennis Devine
Okay.
one.
It looked cool. I mean, again,
I had the first two. I get it. I had the first two. These are only like they were half off. So now I have them all.
I'm a sucker for anthologies plus things. I mean, the original things, that's.
Yeah.
Although strangely enough, I own that on a random 3-pack Blu-ray, a BDR that just popped up on Amazon for like $5.
I remember that was just random. Okay, Axe Grinders, all 5. They're gonna go in the box. I do have a problem. We're gonna get to our next one. So. All right, we're gonna put this out of the way. All right. Well, since we got the new one of this, we're gonna pull out the other box. And
Chris enjoyed Axe Grinder 1, so
okay.
Cool. Sex 69 Fun joined the chat.
Well, I just gone. Oh well, I think you beat me to it. All right, now we got we're gonna go through this real quick since we got the new one, the Camp Blood collection, similar to the other one. Well, actually, exactly like cardboard wise. You can see the signature.
Good looking set for sure.
Yeah. So, okay, there's the one problem though. They keep making these, but there's like no more room left.
It looks like you maybe get one more in there.
If you force it in, which I managed to do, yes.
Always force it in.
Okay, and I'm gonna make a comment about.
Gotta fight for it.
All right, Dan, who directed the first two?
Brad Sykes.
Okay, so this is weird. We got like a little bit of a
misprint.
No. Because there's a trilogy that he directed.
Yeah.
But then the Sterling films continue off part 2. Like these are included.
Okay.
But what is the third one? Within the Woods?
I believe so. I'm no expert on the Camp Blood franchise. Yes, I don't think I've watched the last.
Within the Woods, which I do like this trilogy a lot. And shocker, it's in 3D, so that helps. So not the greatest movies, but
3D horror.
I have no shame about that. I probably liked Avatar more than anyone else because of that. I didn't say it was good, so don't attack me.
Oh, you already saw Avatar, huh? Okay.
Yeah. None of the blue paint rubbed off, so that gave it an extra point too. All right. Directed by Mark Polona. Camp Blood 3. See, we skip over the actual
Mark Polonia.
Yes, Polonia. We skip over Within the Woods and go straight to Camp Blood 3. So,
all right,
it's a little confusing.
Were there any Avatar titties in that, Todd?
No, but it's weird because they just had like little tiny straps just to cover the naughty bits. I was like,
does that affect your PG-13 rating if you have Avatar titties, CGI titties? Does that really get you?
I probably.
Yeah.
This country's so uptight when it comes to sex now. Uh-oh. Dan can't wait for Camp Blood 4. Who directed it, Dan?
Dustin Dingleberry.
Hey, Dan, be nice. And another one. This one had boobs. Directed by... Wait, what the... I did them out of order. Wait, what the... Okay, that's confusing. That's 5. It looked like a 3 when I was looking at it in the back. Right there, but that's a 5. I was like, wait, do I have 2 3s? I watched them all, so... But also directed by Dustin Ferguson.
I officially consider the indie axis of evil Dustin Ferguson, Cool Duder, and although I will say one, I've missed some recent shit he's done, so in fairness, maybe he could get off the list. But Richard Mogg, those are like the 3.
Nope. These are all Dan's opinions. They don't reflect that of Flesh Wound.
I didn't say it was an opinion of flesh when I speak for myself, Ty.
I'm just letting them know. Ted Mowbray directed the 666. I'm not familiar with him. All right.
Kind of getting into that portion now where I did not watch them.
What, you didn't watch Camp Blood 7? I watched all of these when we hit quarantine. Mark Polonia.
That was an early quarantine watch for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I watched like all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say like we were like running for toilet paper, and you just said, I'm going to watch all the Camp Blood movies.
Well, I didn't know if I needed toilet paper, so I was checking if I had some in Camp Blood. And
there you go. Hey, things could have gotten dicey with these slipcovers, man. I mean, we might have had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, Dennis Devine comes in on the 8th one.
I love Phoebe Dollar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Phoebe Dollar, I wish had made more B movies back in the day.
Now we have Mark Polonia, Ghosts of Camp Blood. So this would be the 9th film.
Okay. So did they just go with some weird found footage spinoff sort of thing?
No. I can't. Geez. Again, I watched these a long time. They all kind of blend together.
Chris, don't you have the Camp Blood box too, or maybe I'm mistaken?
Mark Polonia, another one. This is the 10th one. Camp Blood Kills.
You know what? I like the Polonia brothers' old stuff. Right. I mean, they started making films when they were like kids, and a lot of that has its charm. Their newer stuff, for the most part, kind of hit or mostly miss. But again, there's a few I haven't seen.
All right, and the one I have not seen, the one that just came today, Children of Camp Blood.
There we go.
So we got a bunch of little killer Camp Blood. Also directed by Mark Polonia. Yeah. So I don't know. Do I have to watch them all to watch this again, or should I just watch that one?
I think you're good.
I don't know. It's been a few years. Maybe I need to. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll watch all of Axe Grinders though. Never seen those. So. All right. Well, let's get those back in their box.
Jam it in there, Tom.
Oh, it made it. I'm getting it in. All right, and our last one. This is another box, but we just got it today. So I know Dan's excited about this one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen. Okay, because there's like a weird history with this. You said you're going to tell me it. Because isn't there like twos and...
It's weird. There's a movie called Dead Time Tales, which, if I remember, Ron Ford directed it. And that might actually be Things 3. Or it's Things 2. There is a little weirdness there where...
And it's hard
because they confuse the shit out of everything.
And they did that with the Camp Blood, so I'm trying to figure out, because they skip that one. The things that Intervision put out, is that the same things that's in the box?
The first Things. I don't think they put out anything more than the first one, though.
But that one was the one they put on DVD.
Yes.
Okay. I was making sure that was the same one.
That's also a little confusing. They did like a self-release, which I had on DVD. I actually got it signed by somebody in Toronto for Fan Expo years ago. It was like the 19.5 anniversary, they called it, edition. Then there was the Intervision disc. There was that random like $5 3-pack BDR, right, which I do still own. But I would like to get the box. Out of all of those things they've put out, Camp Blood, Axe Grinder, things, I do like anthology horror, and the first one is entertaining, if nothing else.
Are they all anthologies?
I believe so. Now, again, the last one or two I may not have seen.
Well, one of them just came out.
Cool box. Yeah, that I wouldn't have checked out.
All right, put a little paper in so it doesn't flop around. All right,
There's
let's see.
a random one of those random sets I know has at least one on there.
All right, well, let's see what we got on this one. Okay. So I don't know if I've seen these. I know.
Well, I'll say this: if you're watching this, the Things box is more promising, I think, than Camp Blood. Camp Blood is what it is, but I'd say go with the Things box if you're going to buy one of those boxes. Axe Grinder, I can't say, but again, some of those directors. Things, I believe, is
well, let's go through the
Axis
directors.
of Evil free.
Well, let's find out though, Dan. You might be getting
Yeah,
ahead of
did that
yourself.
fucker direct the last one? It's possible.
Slasher asks, are they pressed now that MakeFlix sells them? I don't think so, because MakeFlix still sells the 10-piece stuff that is not all pressed.
Yeah, they do both.
Yeah,
so, but
most of the DVDs are pressed.
Those,
yeah,
those I don't believe are. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, most of the 10-piece stuff and the Sterling stuff isn't pressed. The retro media stuff is.
Now, I will say for people, because I've been asked this a lot, no, yes, it looks just as good. It's not a quality thing.
It's more of a cost efficiency, I guess. You can make smaller runs. There we go. All right, so let's look. So directing the first one is Dennis Devine and Jay Wolfill.
Yep. Okay.
All right. There's Things 1. So you think this is one to go to the top of my list? Dan?
Yeah, well, definitely Things. Yeah, if you haven't seen the first one, which would shock me.
So here's where we get confusing. Okay, Things 3. Where's 2?
All right, who directed Things 3? Maybe I can figure this out a little bit.
Well, I got to pull out this.
Ron Ford. Is it Ron Ford?
I can't even see it.
Because that makes it easy.
It looks like it is. Hold on, I can't see.
Okay, yeah, then that's probably Dead Time Tales, which is how you would find it on DVD.
I'm trying to see what this says. The text is really small. Like I can't. Doesn't look like it says director. Bear with me.
I'll help you out here.
Oh no, it does. Yeah, it is. Okay, so, but it might not be though, Dan. It could be the second one. There could be a reason it's not in here. Sort of like the other one, because Within the Woods wasn't owned by. I don't think it's owned by Sterling. But okay, so we got Things 3. Directed by who did I just say, Dan? You said it. Ron Ford.
Ron Ford.
All right. Things 4. Directed by. I'll show it a little more. Dennis Devine and Theron Min. So we got that.
There's a big jump in between the first movies. Yeah.
I really wish we get the Truth or Dare ones on some kind of release.
Ron was somebody who also worked with Conrad Brooks a few times. I also worked with Conrad. Never worked with Ron Ford. I would have liked to, but that never happened.
Now we have Things 5. Strange Monsters. Have you seen this one, Dan?
I believe you're at the point where I have not.
Okay.
It's possible. Again, I don't know until I sit down. Depending on the year. If it's been made within the last few, I don't think so.
Written, directed by Joe Sherlock.
Okay.
Let's look at the back. Lots of girls in bikinis. Or not bikinis. Underwear. In states of undress. We'll just go with that.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing.
See, now I'm confused again. And then we have J. Sherlock's Things with a Z. So
yeah, that's the newest one, and that I have.
Well, no, it's not the newest one though, because there's one more. Because then we get confusing again. Now we got Things 666, which would be the 7th one. So, and this one is directed by Joe Sherlock.
Nice.
It looks interesting.
Hold on one second, and I'll see if I can find that Dead Time Tales, which
Okay. Well,
yeah, and I'll work on the mystery for you.
Thank you. I still want to figure out the second one. Okay. Have you guys talked about the trailer for the new Neil Breen movie? No, we have not. I don't even know what is the name of the new one. I'm not sure. So what do you guys think? Should I watch Axe Grinder or Things first? Dan says Things. Well, I got to figure out what's going on with Things too, because I'm not going to watch Things 1 then 3 and be all confused. But movie OCDs makes me I did. MakeFlix was my second biggest Black Friday order. I'm kind of surprised, but they had the good deals and some stuff I wanted to fill my gaps in, so I'm glad they did. I don't know if they had one. They had one a couple years ago. I don't know if the sale was as good, but I know they had like the SOV 6-pack set, which was a limited one, which is a pretty good set. And that's actually the one that got me on my low budget SOV kick that I've been on for quite a while now. Maybe it's a Thanksgiving situation. That's what I was kind of trying to figure out if it is. But like I said, with the Camp Blood box set, they ignore 3. And
so this came out years ago from Dead Alive Productions. Okay. Ron Ford, produced by David Sterling. And
this one is...
It's got a 2002 release, so I'm trying to match it with an IM. It's been a little while. I used to be able to tell you exactly what this is. Let's see.
Hold on. It says there is like an actual subtitle on the movie, but I can't. The text on these is kind of small.
Yeah, this one. Starring Greg Kinnear, Michael.
Hold on, let me. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see and we can kind of compare. Just give me a second too.
It's an era where they were kind of trying to be ambitious. This adapts Mary Shelley, H.G. Wells. Definitely higher caliber. I mean, still very low budget stuff, but higher caliber storytelling than Camp Blood.
Okay. Directed by Ron Ford. I have Things 3, Old Things.
I believe that might be it.
Starring Greg Kinnear. No, Kinnear.
Kinnear, yeah.
Mike. Who's next?
Greg Kinnear, Michael LaBarbera, Veronica Carruthers. Yeah, there you go.
Greg Johnson, Michelle Giles.
So it's Things 3. I can't remember exactly.
So now,
what all the issue was as far as Things 2 and.
Well, I'm going to be on a mission to figure that out. I'm actually going to do it right now.
Somebody will probably tell us the tale in the comments. I feel like I knew what it was once upon a time. I remember getting Dead Time Tales and doing some research. I don't know if anybody remembers MRQE, the movie review query engine, which would link you to a lot of reviews back in the day. And I know I communicated with somebody way, way back in the day who told me, like, yeah, that's Things, either Things 2 or Things 3. So yeah.
What year was Things 3?
2002 is this DVD.
Okay.
Now it's confusing because going to Ron Ford's IMDb, there's no listing for either Things 3 or Dead Time Tales. So
looking it up, there is a Things 2 directed by Mike Ballard, Dennis Devine, and Steve Jarvis.
Okay.
So I'll have to do some research on how to find that.
Probably just a rights thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, that other one's missing. So hopefully it is. At least if it does come out, I mean, it doesn't like screw up the order. Like I have Two Things 3 or Camp Blood 3. Like if you count Within the Woods.
Yeah.
But all right. So you think Things is the way to go, not Axe Grinder. That should be my first one. Here's what I'll do.
Axe Grinder, I'm just going by.
If I can find
Correct.
Things 2, I'll do Things first. If not, I'm gonna do the other one.
To me, like Dustin Ferguson. I mean, I
Be
guess.
nice, Dan.
Yeah. I guess I'm still alive. I didn't jump off the cliff, so there's that.
All right. There you go. Well, I think that's everything. I mean, I don't know what else we gotta. Yeah.
Pimping it again tonight. We got another Slashmas entry again with this stupid YouTube change stuff. Remember, look under videos and live. Whether it was live 2 months ago, it's still like now you have to click live. It's stupid.
It's been like that for a while. Did you just discover this?
Well, not been that long. It's been a few weeks at least, but
it's been longer for me. I don't know if it's just like that in mine, but it's been like I've had that forever. It's been like
I think it might have just been you. At least it wasn't that recently. It's so dumb. I've heard other people complain about it. It's like, oh, when did you do your last show? I must have missed it. And I was like, no, yeah, it's because it's this goddamn, like, if you don't catch it live, you still get notifications, and that's a reason to enable notifications by hitting that bell. That also really helps the channel. So even if it doesn't work for you, hey, go ahead and do that. Comment, that all helps. And you get to see more fighting this Christmas. Slashmas is heating up. I think we probably have an entry or two where we have some kind of harmony, but there's a lot of fighting still.
Yeah, because there's
coming your way.
There's the anti-puka movement.
There is an anti-puka movement for sure. And so we might have some fighting on the Secret Santa shows. We'll see.
Oh, I'm sure Dan's gonna try to argue some out. Like, no, we cannot watch this. It's funny. Pugs messaged me what his picks were, and I was like, no, because I forgot to tell him because he wasn't there when we talked about it. So I didn't see what any of them they were. I just scrolled up and I was like, and I told him what the gimmick was. So he deleted them all. So thankfully I didn't see any of them.
Yeah, I have.
But
one I feel is semi-locked for Pugs, but hey, somebody might convince us otherwise if on the Patreon, because there's one I know for a fact he hasn't seen. Now I'll find something you haven't seen.
It's funny because you're the one I'm like kind of like having a hard time with too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, horror, I know that's hard. But believe it or not, there have been horror movies that I have not seen. I haven't seen everything in the world. So, but this isn't limited to horror, guys. This can be any kind of genre, any kind of film, as long as we can get a hold of it. So, yeah. Pays to be a patron. I think it's going to be interesting.
And it has to be a first time watch, right? That's what we said.
Yes.
So Dan doesn't have to watch Black Christmas again.
And if we get 50 thumbs up,
the remake.
If we get 50 thumbs up on this video, I will make Kruger have a bikini bloodbath marathon.
Well, technically, you can only get him to watch one of them. See, I figured you'd wait. Well, see, I don't want to give people thoughts, but I figured there's a certain sequel you'd push on him.
Yeah,
and I don't mean the bikini bloodbath one. I mean the other one. I'm not saying it in case you do go that route.
This is true. I mean, we don't know. Like, are we going to torture each other? Are we going to go for something we think the other person will really like?
Oh, It's funny because one of my picks does both.
Okay, that's interesting.
You'll know what it is as soon as I say the name.
I do think that we need to have Ozzy in on this. Feel like we need to.
I know you want to, but that's a whole.
It's Christmas. Maybe he's feeling.
We're pushing it close now. I haven't even. Yeah.
Maybe he's feeling Uzi, and he will participate.
He needs some Uzi to feel Uzi.
He does. He does. Yes. I was going to say his heart grows 2 sizes, not as big as his hair, but you know, he'll participate. Maybe. Just tag him. Tag We Demand Ozzy Secret Santa. Hashtag Ozzy Secret Santa. There
Well,
you
we
go.
did get a spoiler. We did get him to agree we're going to do a watch along for Chopping Mall. Never seen it, which oddly enough, he's like a fan of Evolver. Like I was like
Yeah.
totally random. I was like, "Have you seen Chopping Mall?" And I was like, "Well, Evolver's basically a remake." So,
Yeah, pretty. I mean, not
it's
yeah,
yeah,
kind of
but
sort of.
in order to get him to watch it, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Because I think
I don't think he's gonna hate Shopping Mall.
I
I
don't
could be
either.
wrong. It's Ozzy.
There's
You
no
know.
totting in it, so we should be okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Jay or Solo's acting up, and he just might be in a bad mood, but we'll see. We'll
All
see.
right. Well, on that
Same.
note, hopefully we gave you some ideas. Dan says things is the one to go with. If we're going through the Sterling stuff, I mean the one to get is of course Witch Academy
Oh yeah, I'm just talking box sets. Yeah.
and Killer Nerd.
If you're a fan of Nightmare Sisters and stuff like that, Witch Academy shouldn't disappoint you.
It had a DVD release too from Retromania. It's been a while, but you're right.
Yeah, it's been out of print, but they did have it on DVD.
All right. Well,
well, we got a few questions here. Might as well answer them, unless you got a call from Flesh Wound headquarters. But
no, not yet. I would have already been gone.
I think you mentioned the Cliff thing. I don't think we have seen the trailer for that, but we'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Slasher asked if it was a Thanksgiving situation, which no, it's not. Now we confirm that.
Oh, hey, Rusty. Hi, Jamie. How's it going? Rusty asks, is Violent Night worth seeing in the theater? Rusty, I mean, obviously, I don't know your tastes, but I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. If the trailer looked cool to you, I think that movie more than delivers in spades.
Yeah, I know, Rusty. Rusty, get a 40. You'll enjoy it. Or you can wait till Tuesday. It's going to hit on VOD, but I think it's worth seeing in the theater.
Yeah, go see it. Stick it to the Avatar.
Slasher, you kicked up my lust to get into Camp Blood again. I might get it when I grab Witch Academy. Yeah, I can't. At least the first two are really fun. You know what? We were locked in for quarantine, but it was at the beginning, so I wasn't that starved for new entertainment yet. So
there you go. You do strange things in quarantine. You watch every single Camp Blood that was ever made. You make it to page 1237 of the hub.
Is that the last page, Dan? Is this your
no Kleenex, no TP. You just you make good. You get rid of some low level slip covers and use them for whatever you got to use them for. It's crazy times.
That's how Dan lost the bloodbath one. Still kicking himself. That and Bloodhook.
I have the entire blood. You're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make him watch a Bikini Bloodbath movie. It's gonna happen.
All right.
We'll see.
Remember, Dan,
his finish definitely looks like it hurts, but
Dan,
it might.
I was gonna say, remember, you will be seeing him in a couple months. In 2 months and 2 days. You want to test that?
I'll be a Norman Smiley gimmick, Todd. I'll have like the helmet, everything. The hardcore hat man is coming, Todd.
Okay. On this note,
go back. I'll learn how to do that dance that he did. Come on, Todd. Come on. You can't package pile drive the hardcore hat man. Come on.
Can we go?
National.
Are we done?
We can go. Goodbye, everybody. Stay tuned to Slash Miss at 9 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yes.
All right. So a little over an hour. All right, guys. Good night. We'll talk to you soon. Feliz Navidad. I don't know. We're still live. Todd just muted himself, but he didn't take us out of the stream, so I'll just keep talking. What's up? We're still live. We are live, Todd. I see that we are live, and I see us on the TV screen, Todd. I believe so. Do you guys see us?